Hey guys, it's Rich with another Wellness Wednesday video, and in this video I'm talking about being spiritually prepared. Now this isn't being spiritually prepared for death or anything grim like that, but being spiritually prepared for evacuation. You know, the whole grab 5 things in 5 minutes and leave your house type of deal. Now, I've done a video in the past of what is in my travel altar, but this is my travel altar slash evacuation altar updated version, and it all goes in a little sick call box. This is probably from the Catholic Church, one that was fairly older, and I want to kind of refinish this. I love the accents on it, but it is in desperate need of repair. So inside of it, I put all of my little witchy items that I like to have. Now, all of these things, they aren't necessary for doing my practice. In fact, some of them I didn't even have whenever I was in Korea, so I haven't used them in quite a while. But all of them have a significance in my practice, even as something that I meditate with or that I meditate on. And, matter of fact, one of them I have on me right now. So, anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. First thing is my hand-blown chalice. Now, I don't use my chalice nearly as much as I would like to, and the reason I packed it away is because it is a one-of-a-kind. It is hand-blown. There's not going to be another one exactly like it. So, I really love this chalice for its aesthetically pleasingness, and it's just a really nice piece of glass, for one. I do like pieces of glass. I like anything that's nice and, you know, pleasing to the eye. And this one is all of that and then some. So I have used this in my practice in the past. I haven't used it lately, and like I said, don't use it nearly as much as I should, but I did want to make sure that this was kept safe. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that I did not wrap everything up nice and neatly in here. This was just me tossing stuff in here, you know, gently placing stuff in here, and having it ready to go. And whenever I was actually going to evacuate, I'd have to wrap it up really quickly and put it in there nice and neatly, so nothing got damaged, especially with glass and my tincture bells. So I love these. I love the sounds that they make. I really like this as a way of having a bell. So I do use these, especially in space clearing. So I do use these every so often in clearing the space in my house. So that, and I like the other ones that are in my witchy cabinet that I use for clearing out a space, and that's the old school. Actually, they still use them in Catholic churches. The bells that they use in the Catholic churches, that has 4 bells on it with multiple dingers and inside. It's quite a piece. Has a lot of sound to it. Now, since I didn't know where I was going to get evacuated to, and since there are predominantly a lot of Catholics or Christian denominations in this area, I figured it would be a good idea to bring along rosaries, because not everybody has theirs handy. Sometimes you forget it on your way out the door. So I brought that one. I have this one, which is actually, I've spoken on before. It has a connection to a friend of mine and is also a relic. So, yeah, I can't hold that one for too long. And I just wanted to bring those because whenever she died, her mother asked me for a set of rosaries. I had them on me, and she was able to do her prayers and everything. So I was able to help her express her grief and her faith, and you know, I would like to do that with others. So, and I also have, this is a sterling silver one that I got for a darn good steal. I got it at an auction that myself and my business partner did, and it's absolutely stunning. But I would put them all in this nice little case so they could all hang in there, and I would have them at a moment's notice, you know, within arm's reach. Now, for my meditative practice, I do very much resonate with mala beads. Now, my mala beads, I'll I'll tell you what, I sleep with these things. They've gotten a little ruddy on the ends. I know I should probably keep these in better condition as far as keeping the tassel nice and straightened. I think hair conditioner, I think I've read, does well for that. I'll have to read and get back to you guys on that if you're interested in knowing. I actually have a video that I'm going to do on mala beads and rosaries and all that other stuff. So, yeah, maybe I'll cover that in those videos. But I do resonate very much with my mala beads. These are gemstone mala beads. I love these. So I've, like I said, fallen asleep with them. I've had them in my hand. I was doing a mantra and then boom, out like a light. So love meditating with my mala beads. Now the next thing that I have is I have pendulums galore. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pendulums because, you know, you always want a pendulum. This one here especially was the first actual pendulum that I got. It is a tiger's eye, and I take that just about everywhere with me whenever I go on a trip. So I don't necessarily carry it around with me everywhere I go. I used to, but I don't like to have that feeling of accidentally losing it. So yes, definitely don't want to do that. Next thing is my wand. This was the first magical tool that I ever purchased. So it is a clay wand. It is a chakra wand, so you can also do your chakra meditations on each different stone that is in there. So I do love my wand. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I do love to have it and to use it whenever I do need it. So that is always something that I like to have near me, or at least on a trip with me. So anyway, moving on from that, whenever I travel, I have this little makeshift altar setup. And it's basically a piece of cloth with a whole bunch of bad stitches because, you know, hand stitching, I don't know, I guess I just get bored and I just really want to get it done. But I have in there my little paten, my soapstone paten, and in each one of these little sections I have crystal points that I have to signify each individual quarter. I also have them for a god and goddess representation. So that's something that I have in there. Then I have this little bag of, these are chakra stones. So if you just want a quick little bag of chakra stones, nice little bag of chakra stones. So this one includes amethyst, citrine, aventurine, sodalite, carnelian, red jasper, and quartz. So this was from Spirit Apothecary. I got this whenever I wasn't far from Cleveland. I can't remember exactly. But I wasn't far from Cleveland whenever I got this. I went for a friend's birthday party. So, and of course, another crystal that found its way in there. Now, something that I grabbed really quick on my way of packing it was a couple of these little small pieces. And these are relics. And of course, you can't see that. They're small little relics. This one is from the grotto, and this one is from Saint Jacinta Marta, one of the Fatima children. So, yeah, I have those. Oh, and here's another one. And this one I think is also from the grotto as well. So, and I don't really work with those relics as much as I work with the ones on my Book of Shadows, which also went. I did not pull that out yet. I have that in my suitcase separate. But I have a couple attached to that as well. Another thing that I brought is my own little pack of stones. This little set I have carried on me from time to time. And in there I have a piece of, they say it's Super 7, but I don't really believe it. So I have a piece of what is supposed of Super 7. This one is, it's quartz and amethyst, but it's like, they're completely in half. And if you hear that scratching, that's jelly playing on the wall. And this is Snowflake Obsidian. I love the color on that. Blue Lace Agate. and I hope these are coming in clear, rose quartz, citrine, and this little guy, this is tiger's eye. This little guy is really odd because I found him in a couch one time. I was helping somebody move a couch, and yeah, this was in the couch cushion. I had just started my practice. I said, I'm taking this. And they said, go ahead. I don't know where it came from. So I went ahead and I took it. And every so often, this little tiger's eye pops up out of nowhere. Just, it's there. You know, I don't know how it got there. It just gets there. So, yeah, I like to keep him in this little bag, keep him a little bit contained. So if he does pop up somewhere else, then there's really a message coming through of, hey, you know what? You need to pay attention to this. So it's always the same one. It's not a different tiger's eye. I do have other ones, but this one is distinct from all the other ones that I have. So I have my little bag of crystals and stones. And then I have my altar cloth, which, you know, if you don't use an altar cloth, no problem. If I give readings, you know, I'll probably put down the altar cloth, but I don't always use an altar cloth or a reading cloth whenever I do readings. So anyway, moving on. Since I'm probably doing a lot of looking down, should have probably brought the camera down, but this area is really messy, and yeah. This is a little Mary statue that I've taken a Sharpie to add a little color to it. This one I use as a symbol for Sophia or Mary Magdalene or whoever I want to work with. And I didn't have the greatest colors to work with, and they didn't really set in that well, so you don't really want to handle it too much. You know, some of the color will rub off on you. I think I got a little bit of the black on my fingers already. So, yeah, you don't want to handle this little statuary too much because the colors will come off. But it's something that I did in a meditation type of setting where I was, you know, meditating on who Sophia was to me and the significance of this as a statue. And the last thing that really makes it into the box is a piece of Shiva Lingam. This I actually had on me. I actually took it out of the box last night because I do sleep with it. I sleep with rocks. You know, that's how sad my love life is sometimes. I sleep with rocks. Anyway, Shiva Lingam is all about balance, and it has a lot of healing energies and all that. So I really love just even holding a piece of Shiva Lingam. And this is about palm size. I'd say maybe 2 inches, 3 tops. Perfect palm size. If you need something just to hold on to during a meditation, this is perfect for that. I don't have the need for a huge piece, even though I would love one. But yeah, this little piece, perfect size for me. So yeah, love this. And that is the entirety of the box. Now, yeah, look at that. Inside definitely needs to be redone. Very, a nice, very old piece of, this is probably silk, I'm guessing. So yes, a nice old piece of Catholic ritual to bring into a Christo-Pagan practice. Love it. Like I said, I might have to redo this. I will keep all the accents on the box itself. I might take them off just to refinish the box. If you do notice here, there is I don't know if it's showing up, but there is a crack starting to form here. I want to make sure that I get that secured. But anyway, beyond that, what goes in my book bag as far as, you know, decks and whatnot, because I didn't include a tarot deck in the box. So I have a lot of tarot decks. I don't consider myself a collector because to me a collection is something that sits there. It's pretty to see. Like, I'm looking over here and I have my camels. I have a camel collection all around the house. In fact, if you go throughout my house, and look through every room, there's actually one camel in every room guaranteed in this house. So I don't consider myself a collector of tarot because I don't like it to sit on a shelf and just be pretty to see. I like to use it. I say use and abuse, but I don't like to abuse my tarot. So anyway, the tarot that I have packed, because I did pack tarot, I packed it in my book bag separately. So the first deck is the Transparent Tarot. So I did a review on this quite a ways back. I was still in Korea at the time whenever I did the review. I think it aired whenever I was coming to the States. So yeah, you can go check that out. I have my spirit cards, which they don't make anymore. So that was very much an oracle that I really wanted to take with me. So that went in my book bag. And it needs to go back in its little bag. A new one that I got that I have a review coming up in the future. I don't know exactly when this review will go live, so don't hold me to that. Is the Golden Tarot. I love the imagery on this, so I definitely want to use this more and more in my practice. It's also one that, you know, if I was evacuated and I wanted to give readings to people, it's a little less intimidating of a deck. It's a little bit more easy for people that aren't familiar with tarot to associate with. Another one of those decks is the Tarot Illuminati, which I did a review on. Love the imagery on here. It's very much a Rider-Waite-Smith clone that is very easy on the eyes. It's very nicely done. And it's not really one that would scare a lot of people that are not familiar with tarot. So that's one that I wanted to include on that. And I tended to pick decks that would be good for if I was in a group type setting. So if people were intimidated by tarot, that they wouldn't be by these decks. This deck is the Witch's Tarot. I also did a review on that one. And the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. And I did a review on this one. And then, of course, I have my, Rider-Waite-Smith. So, yeah, a lot of tarot decks. Yeah, I did reviews on all of these. The Golden Tarot will be coming up in the future. I don't know when I have that scheduled. If I do know when, I will post it in right here. Because I do have all that written down when it's supposed to air. So, yeah. I picked decks that were going to be easily used in a group type setting where people are more intimidated, so that they could actually ease into it a little bit easier. So as far as books, yes, I take books with me. One book I'm making my way through very slowly, sorry Benabel, is Benabel Wynn's Holistic Tarot. I do love this book. It comes at tarot from a very analytical kind of way, which I do appreciate. I think coming at tarot just from one aspect can be detrimental to your practice or to your learning of tarot. So I love how Benabel went through Holistic Tarot and just presented all these different ideas and everything. And another thing is she's doing a lot of videos on her personal channel, so go ahead and go check that out if you have not already done so. And I'm just looking through this and still being amazed and dumbfounded by some of the stuff in there, because some of it comes from Eastern philosophies, which I really am not as familiar with, so it's a little harder for me to connect with that. But I do appreciate it, and I'm trying to learn more and more about using tarot in a holistic manner. And I love Benabel's way of explaining things. So, love that book. I'm still going through this book because there is so much included in this. So, definitely wanted to take that with me. Another one that I have here, and I'm going to do this as a 2-for-1. Ugh. Okay, I have the Orthodox Study Bible, and I have the New Catholic Answer Bible. So I got these because I am actually doing a comparison and contrasting and, a revision of my own personal walk, my own personal spiritual walk, as I'm always doing. I'm always making revisions because the first draft is always shit. If you know who said that, double points to you. If you... Actually, let's do this. If you know who said that, without looking it up, and I'm going to keep you... I'm going to keep the honesty up to you. The first draft is always shit. If you know who said that, post it in the comments below. If you are subscribed to me, go ahead and post it. People that are not subscribed to me don't get a chance at this, but I am doing a contest. That just happened. So, did not plan that. And let's see. Now that I did a contest announcement, when will I actually finish the contests? Let's see. I will pick the contest winner on, let's say, the 20th. Actually, I'll do the drawing on the 19th, and I will announce it on the 20th. So, have it in by the 19th of September, and yeah. Okay. So, anyway, moving on from that, yes, I am constantly going through and revising my practice and what the Bible means to me and the way that I use it in my practice and whatnot. So I'm going through multiple versions of the Bible, verse by verse, and I'm finding what contradicts one another or what is more aligned with my spiritual beliefs or what is not aligned with my spiritual beliefs, and really kind of assessing what the Bible means to me. So, a big undertaking, for sure, but something that I really wanted to do. So, I'm going through verse by verse and really going through all of this stuff. And if you guys actually want to go on this journey with me, let me know, and maybe we'll set up like a little study group or something like that. But, yeah, right now it's just something I'm doing on my own, but if you guys want to get in on this, let me know, and we'll go through this journey of biblical study together. Now, the reason that I put this in as a Wellness Wednesday video is to be spiritually prepared, to have that sense of being able to continue your spiritual practice or have that spiritual wellness that you constantly try to have, if that makes sense. It's to have that sense of knowing that whenever you get to wherever you're going to have what you need. So I hope that makes sense. Being spiritually prepared or spiritually well, wherever you are, is very important to me. So yeah, I think that having this on as a Wellness Wednesday video is pretty appropriate. And that's, I think, all that I have for this Wellness Wednesday video. I have a couple ideas of things that I want to do in the future on Wellness Wednesday videos, but if you have a suggestion, do put it down in the bottom bar, because I'm always looking for suggestions on what to do Wellness Wednesday videos on. I don't have these all, done up in a row of videos that are pre-scheduled, so I'm constantly looking for ideas and trying to get these up as quickly and easily as possible. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions. Put it down in the comments below, and if you want to be part of that contest and know who did that quote, yeah, you have until the 19th, and I will give a one-question reading, probably over YouTube, in a private video, unless you want to make it public. So that's up to you. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, you have until the 19th for that. Comments below, must be subscribed. If you are not subscribed to me and would like to be, go ahead and hit over here. There's a nice little doodad thingy right there for subscribing to people. You go ahead and do that, and you can click on the little bell down there to get notified of whenever I make a new video. So, yes, that's definitely a thing. I do have regular Tarot Talk Tuesdays coming out. I have a couple that I need to edit and upload, but I have those pretty much scheduled until I think February or March of next year. So I have those planned out, and that's where you'll see the Golden Tarot reviewed. So yeah. As far as all the other series, I'm trying to get back on the ball here, trying to get them done and up, scheduled accordingly. I do have ones that need to be done that I already have planned out, and other ones that I have no idea what I want to do. So anyway, now I'm just rambling. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. And you know what? Be well. I'm going to take that from Walgreens. Be well. Bye-bye.